All right, so this video is going to demonstrate how to pull apart an assembled puzzle cube using another file type in Inventor. I'm going to start off by going over here to New, and then we're going to use something called the standard.ipn, which is this file here. Go ahead and create that. In order for this to work, you would have had to have made the assembly file. If you do not have that, then you need to make sure you go back and do the assembly file. When we first start, it's going to look for something to insert, and sure enough, inside of my puzzle cube folder is the assembly itself. So I'm going to go ahead and click that and open it. And this process doesn't take too much time. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to remove all of the parts in a very systematic way. I'm going to leave myself some space. As you can see here, I have the cube zoomed out because as we pull the parts out, they're going to need space to go on their own. Once you have the puzzle cube zoomed out, you're going to go to this button here, which is Tweak Components. And I'm just going to start pulling the parts off. Up here is all of the information. Once you have selected a part, it will demonstrate all of this, all of the movements and such. So we're going to go ahead and click that. Now you can see that the three axes are visible now. You have the Z axis here, this is the Y axis, and then this is the X. And all you're going to do to move the yellow part out is grab this arrow, and I'm going to drag it out just like that. And then I'm going to hit enter twice. And that brings me back to Tweak Components. We'll move the red piece next. So I'm going to select the red piece. I'm going to grab this arrow and drag it up. It just naturally would separate that way. That looks pretty good there. Hit enter twice. So enter, enter. Do the black part next. I'm going to click that. And you'll notice that the arrow in this case is pointed to go in this direction, but you can still grab this arrow and just simply move it backward, which is what I'm going to do. So the black piece is going to slide out this way. And hit enter twice. So enter, enter. Finally, I'm going to do the green piece. So I'm going to click here and grab this arrow and move it in this direction away from the blue piece. And that looks pretty good. So I'll hit enter once. Once you have all of these pieces separated, you absolutely must save this file. So that's the next thing I'm going to do. I'm going to go to File and make sure that I save this. Now, the name I'm going to use for this particular part of the project is Explosion, because we're basically exploding this into the 5 pieces. All right. You can see it's already there, but I'm just going to save over top of it. This will be your first time doing it. And so that's all set up. Now, this window is going to pop up, and you simply need to hit OK. And we're going to zoom out here so you can see our final product. Okay, now we're going to make a video of this assembling itself as the final stage. So I'm going to click Video. From there, I'm going to select the reverse option. I need to make sure it's going to my puzzle cube folder, which it is, H Puzzle Cube Van Horn. That's where all my parts are saved. It's going to be a Windows Media video, and I'm just going to call it what I just called the file. Explosion. And I'm going to hit OK. And it's going to go ahead and publish it. And while it's doing that, it's actually processing the video in reverse, so it will be assembling itself. And then you will see that file end up in your folder. You will not be able to view it here. So we're looking for a complete. Yes, it is. So real quickly, I just want to see if it's there. So I'm going to go into my drive. And we're looking for the video called Explosion. And there it is. So if I double click it, you should see it assembling itself momentarily. And there it goes. So those two things are done in the IPN version of Inventor. And do not forget, once you have it pulled apart, you must save the file before you make the video. Once you make the video, it saves automatically. And the second time around, it should be a smoother assembly.